value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
It's your boy Z with the Value of Wrestling New Japan Rebound Podcast. I've got a guest for you folks at StocktonCon.
What up, everybody? AJ Kirsch here, the voice and the host of StocktonCon. The value of wrestling is awesome, so subscribe on YouTube. Scan the QR code right here, now. Subscribe, check it out.
There we go.
You'll be glad you did.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that boy. Hey, man, shout out the Value of Wrestling. I'm right here with the Big Oos, San Jose. We gonna shut the shit down. Love and respect, though, right? Value of Wrestling. Hello.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank
Oh, you didn't know? You better get on a phone and call somebody, anybody, somebody who's gonna be. You better get that ring-a-ding-a-ding on, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your Wednesday night Dynamite post-show review for April 3rd. It's 3 days into the week of WrestleMania, and we have a Dynamite that we got to talk about in the middle of the circus show. It has been a busy week. If you haven't seen, there is a lot of content coming up on the channel. A lot of stuff went down, and AEW kind of pooped themselves, and Tony Khan had a hissy fit on his own show. We're going to talk about it. That's why it's a three-man team. And ladies and gentlemen, as soon as we're done reviewing this Dynamite, we're going to take a brief break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do a special edition of the Weekly Roundup on Wednesday. I know it's not Sunday, but it's Wednesday. A whole lot of stuff has fallen out of the hole in the world of wrestling. Some good, some bad, some just like, oh my Jesus, why are we even here having to still deal with this insanity? And so we're going to break all that down, give you a special edition of the Weekly Roundup. You know, everybody's got to have their nice cold beverage ready to go right here. I know one man feels like the odd man out, but he's not a big Pepsi drinker, so we won't harp on him too bad.
Not true, but mine's just a little bit different. I like wild cherry Pepsi.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Tony Khan, you like your Coca-Cola? Is that what you
Oh
like?
Lord! Thank you. Hashtag powder sniff booking.
You're fired. Anywho. AEW Dynamite. So we open with Adam Copeland. He's here, announced at the last minute. And, yeah, he's here. And, yeah, he comes out without his title. No TNT title. Dressed in street clothes. So I'm like, what is this thing? He's not coming out with a title. So he grabs the mic and he says he came out to talk to us. He didn't bring the title. He's here as Adam. Yay. And he wants to talk about all the negative BS. Okay. And he said that
feelings hurt.
Yeah, Tony Khan got his feelings hurt and sent out Adam Copeland to be his mascot, his avatar, as Mr. Clarke puts it. He came out and talked about the BS that's been spewed this week. Screw that, he says. He wants to talk about positive. If we are fans of pro wrestling, it's a great time to be a fan of pro wrestling. He watched WWF, WCW, BTW, all these other wrestling federations. For 9 years, he had his neck torn away. He worked hard to get back, AEW. And he needed to end his career here in AEW. He looked at the roster and saw murderous row of talent. He has been in some of the greatest locker rooms, and he will put this one up against any of them. He carefully is the face of Hardcam here, and he says he wants to face Ospreay, Swerve, Joe, Claudio, Moxley, Omega, Darby. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Anyways, in AEW, it's the most fun he's had in his entire career. So he celebrates AEW. He celebrates the Tampon Bucks, Kenny Omega, even Cody and Tony Khan, acting like Tony Khan's his best friend, and Tony doesn't get enough credit. That's what I got out of part of this, that you guys don't support Tony enough. They're all fans. That's why this is so great, because it's not something to make fun of, because they love this. AEW has pushed this industry into a better place, pushed us all into a better place, giving more people to do what they love to do for a living, which is true. I'll give them that. AEW makes pro wrestling better. I don't know if it makes pro wrestling better. Mr. Z is going to be an in and out scene tonight, so we'll just see how his AT&T internet works out for him. But yeah,
I'm there. I'm here.
well, your picture ain't here, so. Anyways, there's a recent. There you go. There's a recent Okada came here, Mercedes came here, and Will Ospreay or Ospreay or however he was saying it really like I don't know. I thought it was Ospreay, but he was saying it Ospreay or Osprey, something funky like a monkey. Anyways, this was The rah. Oh, CM Punk talked bad about us. This was they want to focus on the negative but talk about the positive. They want to say, "Oh, we got negative feed over here because CM Punk went on that show and talked down about us. So now we got to send somebody out there." And why would you send Adam Copeland out there? I mean, give me somebody that's like company that's been there since the beginning. I mean, Jericho would have been better. Darby Allin would have been great. Give me somebody who can go out there and give me a rah chant. I mean, shoot, call up MJF and go, hey, Maxwell, we need you tonight. Have him show up. Anything would have been better than have Copeland go out here and feel like he sold his soul out to the devil. This was crap. He wants to talk about the positive aspects, but they're focusing on the negative aspect, why they should be more positive themselves. This was tasteless. They got their panties in a bunch, or Tony Khan got his panties in a bunch, and decided to go out there and have Adam Copeland be his cheerleader. Because CM Punk hurt his feelings. So I guess everybody wants to go, oh, Tony Khan lives rent-free in CM Punk's head, and oh, Punk's just lying, and Punk's just all full of himself, and blah, 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 blah. If Punk wasn't freaking right about what he said, then we wouldn't have seen this tonight. I'm sorry. If Tony Khan didn't get hit in the butt, we would not have seen Adam Copeland come out here and say this, because there was no reason for it. But Tony got himself upset because Punk called him not a boss and proved it. So Tony had to fire a bunch of people, which sucks, because Tony Khan said he would never do that, but he went and did that anyways, which, is a part of wrestling, and all these people, we wish them the best of luck. They're going to find a place. It doesn't necessarily hurt anything, because I'm going to say, and I know this might hurt some people's feelings, there wasn't a lot of names on that list that were of major importance. They weren't playing a major role in any major storylines on TV, at least AEW TV, maybe on Ring of Honor TV, but that's only if you're watching that. But most of these people weren't doing much, so them being gone, it sucks they lost their job. I feel for them, but I think they're going to recover and bounce back. There's TNA, there's WWE. I think these places, people are going to find places to go and apply their craft. They're not going to be hurting there. But at the end of the day, Tony Khan lets some people go, I think, to make himself feel like a boss or look like a boss. I don't know. And then he sends out Adam Copeland here to just, I don't know. This was just hilarious to me because I'm like, Punk got to Tony that bad. Mr. Clarke, what were your thoughts on this opening segment?
All I heard was this. Are you ready? Let's get ready to suck it! But Adam Copeland took it to the wrong end. There was just... You kind of already pointed out, this rah-rah stuff was just a retort. It was silly. It was stupid. And the person who even made some of these notes... First of all, Adam Copeland didn't even mention WCW.
Yeah.
He did mention WWF, and he did mention a bunch of Canadian independents.
Yes.
But WCW wasn't even a part of it.
Even though that's where he got one of his first television matches.
Why Adam Copeland just felt like he needed to be Tony Khan's avatar. That is also my biggest thing. It's like, Tony can speak for himself. If he really feels like he needs to, that's what his scrums are for.
Tony was scared. Tony was scared to go out there. He didn't want to confront his bullies on his own because he's scared that, the retaliation might be bad. But it's the safest place to work. AEW is completely safe, but Tony Khan's sitting in the back pissing himself. Probably taking another bump.
And at the same time, remember, back in London, he was scared for his life.
I know. That's Mr. Z. What did you think of this retort of?
I think CM Punk hurt a lot of feelings. What I think.
And there was no purpose to it. I mean, there was no reason to have it. Honestly, there was just no reason to it.
Of all people, Adam Copeland. He's not AEW guy. But let's just hear a little bit tonight, like you said, to call MJF and say, "Hey, Max, can you fly out here real quick and help us out?"
Yeah, MJF would have been a better option here. Anyways, let's get into the show. And Tony Khan again blows his wad to start off the show. So he has not only did Adam Copeland come out as cheerleader, but he came out and called out Will Ospreay, or whatever he was calling him instead of Ospreay. I don't know. You guys can clarify. Is it Ospreay or is it Ospreay? I mean, whatever he was calling him.
Ospreay, to my knowledge.
Anyways,
Ospreay, last time I checked.
We came out to start off the show with Will Ospreay versus Powerhouse Hobbs, the Battle of the Wills. No, this doesn't get main event status. This gets opening show status, because why not? Let's start with the hottest guy in the company right now, and that's Will Ospreay. And we got a decent match between these two. Just like I said it would be. Powerhouse Hobbs would get his moments to look strong, but in the end, he looks like a giant booch. That is nothing. He got pissy after losing and didn't want to shake hands. Will Ospreay hits with a hidden blade. This match went 13 minutes, 18 seconds. It didn't do anything for anybody. Sorry, I know you guys really love Will Hobbs and want to see Will Hobbs doing great things, but this doesn't do anything for him. It was a showcase, but here's again the issue. Kyle Fletcher had a showcase with Will Ospreay. What did they do with him afterwards? They regulated him to tag team matches. What are they going to do with Powerhouse Hobbs? Nothing. So why do I care if he got a showcase? Did he get to look good? Yes. Was the match good? Yes. But did it elevate anybody?
Crickets.
Yes. Well, I will give you guys. I'll let you go ahead, Mr. Clarke, on this.
What you have to understand right now, apparently, Will Ospreay is Tony Khan's Rey Mysterio. Again, wanted to be WCW so damn much. He started with the most exciting talent that he can, but like you've said, like we've all said at some point, someone who should be considered a main eventer should be either main eventing or maybe the beginning of the second hour or something to give him more of a status than just every time the first match.
Well, and here's the other aspect. It's proven that Will Ospreay brings in a little bit of ratings. People are watching Will Ospreay. But as soon as you give him at the beginning, then everybody tunes out. Those ratings go pump.
Right.
Because they saw the Will Ospreay. It's done. They're not saving it for the end of the show. Mr. Z, anything you want to add to that?
Other than the fact that I am very, very disappointed in the fact that they literally, that's like you said, he blew his wad right at the beginning of the show, put Ospreay up front. But you got to remember, too, there's millions of people watching Friends reruns before this show starts or
No, you better get that right show. Yeah, don't give us a bunch of flack for calling it Friends. That's yeah. There's a cult-like following on Big Bang Theory that you're going to get us crucified for. Get the show right, sir.
That too, Big Bang.
Although it's kind of understandable because, we are talking about All Friends Wrestling.
Yes. No, I get it. But you know if you were to call Friends, if you call Big Bang Theory Friends and get those mixed up, we're going to get heat on that because there's a cult following for that show. It's Big Bang Theory.
My apologies. I think both shows are good.
It's Tony Khan's favorite show because it brings him in.
Yeah, it brings him in millions, and then
he shits the bed.
Wad, and it's gone.
And so you thought Tony really shot the load? Go ahead.
Here, real quick. Will Hobbs, I'm much. Me and Clarke are huge fans of this man, and we're really sad what's going to happen next because he might not be seen on TV for weeks.
Yes. All right. And you thought Tony Khan blew it all at the beginning. Well, then he brought out Bryan Danielson. You would at least think he would separate Bryan Danielson and Ospreay a little bit to give you some time to heal, maybe give you a taste of the cake here and then save the rest of the cake for the end of the show. No. We go right into Bryan Danielson coming down to meet Will Ospreay. It's Will Ospreay is leaving, and Bryan Danielson's coming down. And we get Bryan Danielson against Lance Archer. And much respect to the Murder Hawk Monster. We are big supporters and fans of the Murder Hawk Monster right here on the Value of Wrestling. And we've called for him to be on Dynamite. And I guess Tony Khan is listening because all of a sudden he's on Dynamite TV. All of a sudden, after we made the little tweets, he's showing up on TV, but he got thrown in the ring with Bryan Danielson. And he lost. This match went 50 minutes, 28 seconds. Not even, it was the second match on the card. And Bryan Danielson wins. And so you have Powerhouse Hobbs and the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer, going down in defeat. Two of the big guys in AEW. Tony Khan can't book a big guy in his fantasy booking. Match was good. It was a good match. I'm not going to take away anything from the talent. It was a good match. But, I mean, it's just like, it didn't do anything to elevate anybody. Again, did Bryan Danielson get anything out of this win? You knew he was going to win. Did this help Lance Archer feel any more important? And we have mad respect for you, Lance Archer, but I got to be honest. I mean, if do you feel you got elevated? Do you feel any more important? Do you feel like, after a couple weeks, you're still going to be showing up on TV and not regulated back to catering? Gentlemen.
Go back to New Japan. Get showcased like you should.
Redacted's booking of big men makes more sense than this. I don't know what to say about the booking of it all. Because it would be one thing, like you just kind of said. if there was a plan for Lance Archer, like even if he's going to lose because he's the big guy and it's a great win, for the smaller Bryan Danielson, kind of continue his legacy and build him up towards his pay-per-view match. What are you doing with Lance Archer, who should be showcased as a badass?
Anyways, from there we got the Chris Jericho calling out Hook. They call for the Hook signal. Jericho coming out to the Lionheart music, not even, Judas. And then Hook came out and looking like he was ready to make a drug deal, like they pulled him from the back of the parking lot and said, "Hey, you got to break up your drug deal. We need you on TV." That, or he was bringing in Tony Khan's plot. I don't know which. It was weird looking. They had a little chatty. And they bumped fists and the same shit they said last week. There was nothing really different here. Hook's like, "I know who you are." And Jericho's like, "I'm glad you know who I am." Ooh. I don't know. It sounds halfway like Jericho was making a love letter to Hook here. He misses Sammy that bad. He needed to find another young boy to put under his wing. To take under his wing, I don't know. Chris Jericho likes the young boys. Sammy, Hook. Can't have the sex god, so now we have Lion Hook. Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Lion Hook. They're booked for a match against somebody. I forget who it is. They're having a match on Collision against.
Shane Taylor Promotions.
Yes, that's right. Because after this thingy, Shane Taylor, who? Yeah, exactly. Shane Taylor, who? Anyways, he came out with Leah Moriarty, and for some reason they're gonna fight the Ocho and Hook, even though Chris Jericho's not the Ocho, he's a Lionheart, so Shane Taylor's talking about the Ocho, but he's not going to get the Ocho, he's going to get the Lionhearted. Yeah, because it's Lion Hook, so yeah, who cares? Do you gentlemen want to add anything to that? I know I'm rushing because we're trying to get to the bigger talks. There wasn't much on the show to really get excited about. And these moments really didn't do anything. Yay! Mr. Z, can you take a deep breath for me, please?
For the next segment.
Oh,
yes.
No. Right. Okay, I'm ready.
Anyways, out came Jay White. And this is a cool moment here. Jay White was in there, his spotlight was on him, and then Billy Gunn just kind of walked into the picture and stood over him. As Jay White started to turn, he got clocked. And we got a street fight. We didn't even get a match. We just got a street fight. They called it the match, but we really didn't get any of this match in the ring. It went all over the arena. Eventually, it fell apart because the Guns took out the Acclaimed in the back, and then the Guns came down and interfered, and then we got a low blow from Jay White. He got DQ'd. Billy Gunn wins. This match was crap. The Acclaimed come down. They were trying to put Jay White through a table, maybe save him from the rest of the horribleness that would happen to him. But the Guns saved Jay White. They scamper off across the arena, and this proved nothing, did nothing, made me just go, this is boring. I'm done with this whole storyline. Let's just get rid of the six-man and trios titles permanently. Let's let Jay White go back off by himself. Let the Guns be a tag team. Let Billy Gunn, I don't know.
Go back to being just a coach?
I guess. I mean, this was just tragedy. And,
you remember back in WCW, you had the whole Rap is Crap song?
Yes.
Let's have the remix. This is crap.
What'd they do to him?
They made him the safety scissors.
More of a badass.
No, he even hid behind a security guard, a little skinny security guard. If you took Michael DeSoto and made him a security guard, yeah, that's what we got there. Billy Krause, if we really want to go bad, it was like, hey, who is this guy? They made Jay White look like a punk who's hiding behind a security guard. Anywho, from there,
you're watching, dude. Yeah.
Who? Oh, Jay White.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, from there, we talked about the Young Bucks arriving in their little crappy-looking Maserati. Yeah, I know it's cost a lot of it, but it looked like a piece of crap to me. That's a Maserati? Okay. And then the best friend showed up with Sue. Cool. Anyways, we got a promo package with Will Nightingale. Chris Statlander and Stokely are here. We get the Rah Nightingale. It was a decent interview for her. I think Mr. Clarke probably liked it a little better than me and Mr. Z did. My only real complaint is I just think it went on and on and on when she was just kind of like, okay, I get it. and you're cheering on and getting the local crowd invested. Okay, but it just kind of kept lingering on for way too long. And then Stokely said she was doing a banger, like the kids say. And then he gets cut off as we get the CEO music. Out comes Mercedes Moné, Mercedes Hancock, Sasha, I Want to Be Banks again, whatever you want to call her these days. She comes out and when you beat, then I get next, because I should get next when she hasn't even beaten anybody. So I don't know how the rankings work in this. And yeah, she was doing this much of the whole time.
Shirt that says, "Who'd you ever beat?"
Let's make that one. What rankings? Who'd you ever beat? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, then Mercedes Moné just stomped all over Will Nightingale's promo. Will Nightingale promo wasn't bad. It was a little long. And then Mercedes Moné just came out and kind of stomped all over it. And then she walked down halfway down the ramp and still was doing So, yeah.
Mr. Clarke's favorite dance.
I know. Mr. Clarke, I know you support Will Nightingale, and I know you liked this promo. It was okay. It just went a little long, and then I feel like it just got stomped on.
You specifically, but among other types of people or types of fans, said we don't know enough about these certain stars that should be homegrown. Well, They gave you that tonight, and you're still complaining.
I think it just went a little long.
Long-winded. That's all it was.
It made perfect sense. Like you said, she got the local.
Yes.
I almost said talent. The local audience kind of hyped up a little bit, which kind of helps translate on TV. I feel like, because if the local audience is down with it, that comes across better on TV than what they've done in the past. But I would even agree with you. They took too long to get to the point of having Mercedes come out, so they can get to the point. And of course, Mercedes' entitled character, like you said, rankings what?
Yeah. And this stuff.
I keep calling Mercedes. Exactly. I keep calling Mercedes Sasha Hancock, because to me that whole CEO looking fashion she's trying to come out with just reminds me of Miss Hancock, also known as Stacy Keibler, during her WCW days.
Yeah, I think the other thing.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the other thing I think with Will Nightingale, yes, I think that we should get the backstories, but I'm also like, we've already seen Will Nightingale. I'm already kind of dry with this whole back and forth. It may also be that I felt it was a little long and unnecessary because I'm already over it. Like, if they were going to get me to get behind her and support her, and she's a great wrestler, she's great talent, but if they wanted me to get behind her, they should have told the story a little earlier or gave us a little more background. It's just kind of like, now that she's already in the run for a title, it's like, oh yeah, we want to tell you why. And so I get it. Just a little late.
If you've been watching since the AEW Dark days,
yes,
you know who Willow Nightingale is. Now, as far as mainstream AEW TV, whether it be Dynamite, I'm kind of cringe to even say Collision is mainstream TV, but whatever. It's kind of like, you're kind of following along once again, trying to catch up.
All right, Mr. Z, any thoughts on that? All righty.
Nope.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite match. Everybody get excited because it's time for Tampon Bucks. Tampon Bucks. Tampon Bucks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. It was the time for the tag team title tournament. You had the Young Bucks versus the Best Friends. And you got a good solid match here with a lot of back and forth. A lot of, this is awesome. I'm like, they didn't do anything. Why do AEW fans call everything awesome? Like, why is this so easy? Just automatically, this is awesome. Somebody has a suplex. This is awesome. It's like, no, it's a wrestling. They haven't done something. Like, come on, when we went through the day and Edge flew off the top of the ladder while Jeff Hardy was hanging off the title belts and speared him, that was awesome. When Undertaker put Mankind accidentally through the Hell in a Cell, that was awesome. Holy chance. Okay? The Dudleys putting people through tables for firing tables. All these moments are awesome, but every week is not awesome. Tony Khan's got you all drinking the Kool-Aid that you have to chant. These are awesome chants to make him feel special about himself.
Do they have one of those teleprompters on the big screen where you can't see it, but the fans can see it?
Well, it's probably on the hard camera side.
Chant.
It's probably on the hard camera side where you don't have any of the crowd.
All I wanted to know.
Probably is.
Can we get this scroll in there? That'll work.
I'm surprised they haven't brought in Mike Awesome just to be their mascot.
You know he's no longer with us, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Sorry. My condolences.
Yeah. That's okay. My condolences. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he passed away in 2007.
I don't keep up with everything.
I need to check.
Of course,
Just...
now I know what it feels like to be the Saudi group when they're asking for Yokozuna.
Yeah. There you go. When are we gonna get Sue Bagwell on a forklift at this point?
Who? You need to be careful about that one too, because we just found out in the Dark Side of the Ring that Judy Bagwell had passed away too.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
Anyways, but yeah, Mike Awesome passed away on February 17th of 2007, and the only reason it's probably even a little worse is he passed away from self-fixation.
Oh.
No, I knew he had hung himself in his home in Tampa. I just wanted to verify that because I wanted to make sure I had my information right, but I knew he had passed away. But yeah,
what
a tragic loss. Mike Awesome was an incredible talent for his time.
Yeah, it was. What he did with Spike Dudley on numerous occasions was beautiful.
Unfortunately, just some of the characters in WCW he just never got over in WWE. So our condolences to the family.
What was his gimmick in WCW again?
Let's not even go there. I mean, it was so bad. I don't want to acknowledge it on air because it's just like I respect the man and what he brought to the ring, and he's no longer with us. So I mean, let's just like
it just hit me. Just hit me right now. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's that one gimmick that I just feel
awesome over anything.
I mean, what Mike also did at ECW to see what he wound up with in this character in WCW. I don't even want to get into that character gimmick because it's just I feel like it's just an insult there. Anywho,
it was
much respect to the loss of Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, he's texting it. I'm sure in the group chat there's going to be a whole text, which is a whole different thing. I'm just trying to be respectful at this point on air. Anyways, the Young Bucks win. Boy.
Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
Yep. On both those thoughts, actually. I like that first one. Yes, we do. Anyways. Young Bucks win after they catapult Trent into a turnbuckle. Matt gets throw up 1, 2, 3 with a handful of tights. I don't know if this is a 4-star match, but it went 12 minutes 25 seconds. Young Bucks moving on. 4 3/4 stars, to be completely honest.
That is some BS. Even Meltzer's not that stupid.
Anywho, Meltzer gives out 5-star ratings to AEW because him and Tony are
drip at this point.
But we won't get into that. Anywho,
you drinking the Ric Flair Woo juice?
Woo! Where is Ric Flair? He's disappeared off TV.
Catering.
Anyways, Trent and OC are in the ring, and they're disappointed. In comes Chuck Taylor to stand above both men. He claps for them, trying to let them know it's all right. Trent is seething. OC is up first. He goes over to Trent. Sue is shown on the apron saying it's okay. Trent stands. OC hits the corner. They all hit the corner, and here we go. Trent hits a running knee on Orange Cassidy, and we've broken up the Best Friends tag team because, well, AEW has a bunch of tag teams. I think that's a redacted move. Oh, I've got tag teams. I'll just break up this tag team. And so, yeah. Tampon Bucks moving on.
Not to say that I was more of I popped for it just because someone finally took out Orange Cassidy.
Jeez.
Be careful, that might get you blocked on Tony Khan's Twitter talking about his favorite toy. Anyways,
I tweeted out our show letting them know, hey, catch it, guys, come on and watch. So that'll probably get me blocked too. I'm still trying to get blocked by the Young Bucks.
I know, we see you. We see you. You are trying harder than me and Mr. Clarke ever did. I don't even know how I had got blocked, but I really did. I barely said anything, and you're out. You're like trying to get that attention, trying to get that block.
I'm almost wondering, why is it such a badge of honor for you to get blocked? I mean, besides the fact that feeling a little left out.
Well, yeah. Well, I take it. I take it as a badge of honor because
my life.
I take it as a badge of honor because I upset them over something and I wasn't even trying. That's where I take it and go, I wasn't even trying to get myself blocked. I was just making a statement. They got that hurt over my statement. I don't know what to tell you.
If I get blocked by Tony Khan, you guys do, then there's my badge of honor.
I'm surprised sometimes I don't get blocked by Tony. Anyway, so you guys want to add anything to the Tampon Bucks match? Nope.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
No.
Moving along. Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm. I mean Mariah May, or whatever her name is. Decent match here. Wasn't the prettiest match. No, actually it looked like it was Tony Storm versus Sky Blue. Or not Sky Blue, Blue Pants. Blue Pants. Thunder Rosa was wearing like blue pants here.
Oh.
I was looking at those colors. I was wondering if she was going for like OG X-Men colors or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she was going for. Anyways, Thunder Rosa picks up the win here with a Tijuana bomb. Kind of shocking. I thought this was going to be Mariah May's win, so they could do something, but I guess, they don't want to stop. I guess we're going to get more of the makeout between Mariah May and Tony Storm going forward. Tony Storm was on commentary and was just, some of the stuff was cringy. Just cringy bad. Especially when she's like, let's make sure the camera under the table doesn't look at my dress because I'm not wearing underwear. And you're just like, yeah, like, that doesn't do anything. You didn't catch that, okay.
Do something for Juice Robinson.
I caught it, and I'm not even saying nothing.
Anyways, Thunder Rosa, the next number one contender. She's going to get Tony Storm at Dynasty. I don't know what to say. There wasn't anything really great here. Tony Storm kind of just her cringy commentary just took away from being interested in the match. From there, we got Penta El Zero Mito.
Color.
Yeah, yeah, because Thunder Rosa after the match wanted the match then, and then no, we're not even going to get into that. Anyways, Penta El Zero Mito, he was here, he was backstage, he went to Adam Copeland, he was mad that Copeland's letting people from outside the company get a match. So they're going to face each other next week for Dynamite for the TNT title. I didn't know Penta El Zero Mito was in any of the rankings. Last I saw, he wasn't in the rankings. I don't know. Rankings what? Anyways, early tonight, Tony said that, Tony went on to Twitter and said, thank you to WTBS because in the clutch, they came in and saved AEW by giving him an overrun. What did we get in the overrun? A contract signing. Tony Khan cannot book a show so that his contract signing has to go over. A contract signing went overtime. He got extra time for a contract signing. I need people to really digest that. People want to praise this show and say, this is great stuff, it's good, it's good. Who has a contract signing that runs over its show? Why did you need that extra time? It wasn't a match. And again, quit tweeting it. It doesn't matter. You have an overrun, cool. Why tweet about it? Why do you need to brag about it? That you're fucking special? I mean, if Triple H really wanted to get an overrun and called up USA, goes, I need some more time, they probably do it. But is he going to go out on national Twitter and go, oh, I got an overrun? No, why? Because nobody cares. You look like an idiot, Tony Khan. You look stupid. You look like a buffoon. I mean, from the start of the show, you look like an idiot. Because you had Adam Copeland out there. Oh, rah, 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 AEW. Ah! Yay. And then you're out here like, oh, I got overrun time for what? A contract signing? Not even a match. A match makes sense for an overrun. A match that goes longer. A match with a twisted ending. A contract signing that you did nothing with. There was no, Hangman didn't show up.
Anyways.
There was nothing that was like, oh, okay, there was a reason to wait for 5-10 more minutes of this show. Hangman tried to hang Joe. Joe got pissed off, got out of the chain, beat the snot out of Swerve, making him look like a punk, busted him open. So Joe went to walk away. Swerve got up and started doing his impression of Jared Leto's Joker, like, you think you can kill me? and Joe looked pissed off, and they're like, oh, Joe looked so shocked, he couldn't believe it. No, I'm like, Joe looked pissed to me, but hey, whatever. Then Joe went back down and put the fucker through the table. And Swerve looks like a booch.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, he signed his name in blood. I mean,
Loopy freaking do. He took the pin and wiped it across his head, realized it wasn't writing in his blood, then took his hand and smeared blood across the paper. Thank you, Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. Been there, done that enough times. And where's all the people? Where's all the
Yep.
people that are going to be upset at AEW because they fell from WWE? They had a contract chaining and somebody went through a table. WWE did that first, or as Mr. Clarke put it out, well, ECW did it before that. So we're talking about who's doing what. We're all upset that Jade stole Mercedes Monet's entrance, but here's AEW copying WWE. Push her. I'm just saying, people want to crap on Jade stealing from. This is where my heat's coming. Tony Khan, you look like a buffoon. Why do you need to tell us there's an overrun? If you overrun, there's no reason to announce it. Let it overrun. Then people are like, oh, we got extra time. It's
Twitter
still
finger.
going.
It's
When you
always
tell
on
us-
Twitter, and I don't know why.
Somebody take that man's Twitter away from him. There's 100 million people out here saying that same damn thing. Take his Twitter away from him. Period. He does. There's no reason to tweet an overrun. Do you think Eric Bischoff would get out here and tweet, oh, WCW is going to go for an extra 10 minutes? No. Why did they do it? Why did they do it? Because it made it more interesting. They pushed the envelope. They let a match run over. It got people like, oh, wait, we can't switch away yet. It's still going. What's going to happen? Mm-hmm. It created excitement. It created drama. You don't even use it to your advantage. There was nothing in this that you added the overrun for. It's just like, I'm an idiot. I can't book my show, so I call up. And the fact that you used it in the clutch, like you were desperately needing these extra minutes. So you really had to get WTBS to do something special for you, and it in a clutch. It's also your fucking stupid wording. Tony, come, please. Please, Tony, reach out, valuewrestling@gmail.com. Please reach out to us. Let us interview you. I want to talk to you. I want to understand. I don't want to necessarily just think your stuff is just lame. I think you have some sense. I get you're a fan, but I got to understand what you're going for here because I can't anymore. I get if you're booking for the fans and the marks and the people that like what you like, then cool. Let's just leave it at that. Come out and just say that. Just make the facts straight. And I might back off because then I'll be like, okay, you're not trying to compete with WWE. You're always just going to kind of be an indie, New Japan,
Super
US
Fed.
Mex. You know, you're just going to be this thing. But you try to claim that you're here to be a competitor to WWE, that you're trying to change the wrestling world, that you're the better organization, that you're where the best wrestlers are. You want to make all these exaggerate claims, and I'm like, okay, well, you're not showing me that. Yeah, do you have some of the best wrestlers in the world there?
Thing where the
Yes.
big boys play.
Exactly. Where the big boys play, where the best wrestle. WCW 2.0, here it is. Gentlemen, this show's, we're about
Real
to wrap
quick.
up this.
Well,
Go ahead.
I got one thing. Someone just sent my way. Check out that Jack Perry got a shout out from the Bucks while they were walking down to the ring. A scapegoat, I love your work.
Whoopie-doo. Who cares? That's
Not
another
like-
troll.
No one cares.
Another troll.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we got about 5 minutes before we're going to switch shows. Is there anything you want to add?
Nope, let's switch it,
There's
baby.
nothing to add.
We went 40
Let's
minutes on
move
this
it.
show. We're going to call it a night. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Always feel free to drop your comments in the comments below. If not, we're going to be back momentarily with a weekly roundup. We're going to talk about CM Punk, the fallout of CM Punk all the way to today, which was just mind-blowing. Ronda Rousey's got herself in a twist. Drew Gulak getting thrown under their bus for some reason. We're going to talk about that. I think, what else? There was something else that was out there. But we're going to talk about some stuff. So come back. We're going to be right here just shortly, probably about 5 minutes, and we will be going to the next show. So we'll see you on the next one.